Good evening from InvestSharp.com. This is Randy Smotone with your Tuesday, November 23rd market update. So, actually, pretty nasty day in the market, but some of the leaders are still holding up, so I still think there's limited downside, at least for now. So, we had the dollar and gold were up today. Silver, copper, and oil were down. Light sweet crude futures were down 49 cents to settle at $81.25 a barrel. So you're looking at the dollar ETF, the UUP. We did break out above the downtrend line today with volume to confirm it. So flocking to the safety of the dollar here. Over to the West Texas Intermediate Crude Point and Figure chart. We have not gone on a sell signal, so we're still on a buy signal. Oil seems to be doing its best to try to hold up down here. And so we still have a 105 price target per the point and figure chart on oil. And we did not print the 79. We need to print this 79, one box lower than the prior column of O's, and that'll put us back on a sell signal. Let's go take a look at the Dow. So the Dow closed down 142 points at 11,036. So we are still holding at 11,000. We did actually close right at this gold colored orange line is the 50-day moving average. We closed right above the 50-day moving average on the Dow. S&P down 1.43%, down 17 points. We have not got down to the 50-day moving average yet. So we did come down. It looks like we're trying to hold the backside of this downtrend line where we kind of broke out, went up, trying to hold it. So we'll see if can manage to do that. Over the NASDAQ, which was the weakest today, it was down 1.46%. We are below the 30, but of course we're above the 50 here on the NASDAQ, and it was down 1.46%, down 37 points. So, and Russell. Russell's hanging in there. It was the strongest today. You know, it was only down 1%. So out of all the indices, it held up the best. Had a nice little more buying than selling here, a little better than neutral here, so a little more buying than selling. So it's holding up pretty well, even though the Stochastics Momentum Index isn't looking too great. But I said it's continuing to hold up. So you can take a look at gold. GLD still looking all right. Some buying coming back in it today. Silver hanging in there too. Kind of a neutral day for silver, but not seeing much selling. Copper, this is a weekly trend line here, or weekly support line, I should say, and not seeing much selling in copper. There was here, but selling's kind of subsided here. It's not looking too bad. VIX Volatility Index still on up 12% today, and but it actually came back off of its highs, so it pulled back here. But definitely volatility picking up here. Let's go over and take a look at the McClellan Oscillator. This is the NYSE McClellan. All right, so we're still not oversold here. You know, we already have been oversold, and we pop back up, and we're minus 47. We really need to be down in here to be oversold. So I have a lean to the oversold side here. So this would be neutral. This would be overbought. So a little bit oversold. Sectors. Let's go look at the sectors. So all 16 sectors we follow finish in the red. The retail index held up the best by being down only 0.77%. A lot of the retail stocks are looking good. And software index was the weakest, down 2.19%. Jump over to ChartWatch. Of course, Netflix holding up really well. There was some selling today in Netflix, but they didn't push it down too far. But after that breakout yesterday, still looking good. CRM continuing higher today. Definitely some institutionals trying to get trying to get in that. Institutions trying to get in that. FFIV still hanging tough, still looks good. Most of the market leaders, Amazon still looking good. It's got a dragonfly type doji. True Religion. I like this one. It looks like it's about ready to break out of the downtrend line here. It did not see much on the sell side today. Volume a little light, so it looks like it could break out. MRVL, Marvell Technology. Looks like a bull flag. Light volume after this. A lot of volume here on the breakout, but light volume here on the pullback. What you want to see, so it looks good. Jones Store. It was negative a little bit throughout the day, but and then it was positive some too. So it looks good. It's got earnings coming up, but it looks like it's ready to break out and go higher. All of these retailers just seem like they're wanting to fly. Deck looking good, still strong. Travel Zoo, after breaking out, resting here a little bit, but it's still looking really good for some higher prices. Macy's looks like it wants to take out. Actually, over today's high, you could jump on board. It's got some volume. They tried to do some selling on it today, but I like this ascending pattern here. The ascending triangle type pattern looks good. Caterpillar still holding up really well. Sienna still holding up pretty well. You could buy it over today's high with a little volume. Looks like it's just flagging out here. Looks good. Baidu's kind of struggled ever since it had earnings, but consolidated sideways and broke down a little bit, and broke out above the downtrend lines, consolidating. But the market's been a little weak, so it's still holding up fine. Aruba Networks, you could buy it over yesterday's high with some volume. Looks good. Or if it actually comes back down to here, which doesn't look like it may, you could buy it down here off of the uptrend line, but don't know if you'll get to do that. Brinker International, this consolidation in this little channel, looks like it's all this buying going on. Looks like it's ready to break out. Probably at least get back up here to the 2050, be your target, at least short term. CVS, another one. Caremark looks like it's about to take out this downtrend lines. I'm not seeing much selling. Seeing a little volume on the buy side though. So over this high here of 31.23, go along that one. Of course, the casinos, they're still hanging in there pretty good. Wynn, LVS, they're still hanging tough. They're not looking too bad. This Valspar we talked about yesterday, still holding up pretty well. Walter looking really strong, trying to hold that 100. PCX, of course, PCX, the coal companies, you could buy it over the yesterday's high, about 1647 with some volume if you're not already in it. Puda Coal, another one's hanging in there really well. Seed, this thing's been a little bit pitiful of late, but I see all this buying going on. I'm not seeing much selling going on, so it's holding this, making a little bit higher lows here. It's holding this uptrend line. And let's see, SVN, 7 days group, holding up really well. Ancestry.com, it's ready to break out. It looks like any day now. ACTG breaking out above the downtrend line today. Looks good. Teradyne holding up really well. Looks like it definitely wants to go higher. Talbot, really probably wait over this high here of about we'll call it 1150 with some volume, but it's looking pretty good. It's got some earnings coming up too. Of course, the Nordstrom's really strong. Looks like it wants to go higher. Let's see what else. Skyworks has been real strong. Looks good. Another retailer, Buckle, looks like it wants to go higher. This Bon-Ton Stores, really like this ascending triangle here. I like this. It's a little cup, kind of flagging out, cup and handle type thing, small one, but it looks like it's ready to break out and go higher. CMC breaking out today. Commercial Metals looks good. This Scan Source, I like this falling wedge, and it's had all this buying here, and then had some here. So I like it. It closed right above the 200-day moving average. They caught it. So if it breaks above this trend line with some volume, jump on board this one. Looks interesting. ARO, another retailer, looks like it did break out today above the downtrend line. Ran into some resistance. It got a lot of volume here. It's got earnings coming up on the 1st. And Abercrombie & Fitch, another retailer, really strong. Let's go take a look at the current market signals. There's no change over here on the current market signals. I mean, Dow went on the sell signal already. NASDAQ, S&P are still buys, so they're looking fine here. Let's see. So on deck for tomorrow, we have a lot more data because of the holiday. We've got weekly jobless claims tomorrow, monthly durable goods orders, the monthly income and outlays. All of that is going to be at 8:30 a.m. Then we're going to get the monthly consumer sentiment number at 9:55 a.m. Then the monthly new home sales at 10 a.m. And then weekly petroleum status at 10:30 a.m. and the weekly nat gas at noon, all in Eastern time. So I will be traveling for the holidays, so there will be no daily market analysis tomorrow, and there will be no video on Friday as well. So of course I will do my weekly watch list for Sunday. So have a great Thanksgiving, and thanks for watching.